Every year, thousands of students leave school and enter the real world. The next question they face is, what now? A common belief among young people is that university is the answer, and every year thousands of students enroll into hundreds of different courses looking for their niche. University is known for providing a stable education and a better chance at a job, but why do people really choose to study, and how are common social ideologies responsible for these choices? We're going to get the facts on these questions and pose another one. If uni isn't the answer for everyone, how do we figure out what is?
We sat down with Ian McCall, father of 2 university students, to get his input on the matter.
So Ian, what did you decide to do when you finished school?
When I left school, I actually joined the Air Force and moved to Melbourne, and I went to RMIT and studied engineering as an engineer cadet. And following that, I had an opportunity to travel and work with around Australia in the Air Force.
When did you decide that this was what you wanted to do?
But it was actually inspired by one of my mates, and it followed through to a good result.
So why do you think more young people tend to choose university over other options?
Generally, people who attend university have higher salaries on graduating and more job security. And so that's obviously a driver for people wanting to go to university. Also, there's a lot of parental pressure for their children to do the best they possibly can. And by sending them to university, it's one way to have some assurance that their child will do well in life.
Do you think today's youth is educated well enough on different post-school options?
That's a tricky question, because it means I have to understand what today's youth are thinking, and I can really only work in the context of my own children. I suppose what I haven't seen in them is a particular desire for a particular career path. Like, I was always interested in electronics engineering, and I was interested in aeroplanes, so that made it easy for me. So in terms of getting information, they do get a lot of information, but in some ways part of the problem is information overload, because there's so much information and it's very hard for them to sift through and understand what they really want to do.
So why do people really study? To gain a better understanding, we asked some students around QUT for their perspectives and opinions on the issue.
I chose to come to uni because it's something that I always wanted to do all the way through high school. I knew that was going to be the next step for me. Also, the industry that I'm studying, I'm doing business and journalism, and I feel like the best way to get into that field of work was to come and study first and get the right training and the right connections.
Well, as an education student, I think everyone needs an education, and I chose to study so I could get a job.
I just chose to study because I felt like it was the next step in life.
Because I wanted to go to uni, earn some good money, and I've worked a few years prior in just a dead-end job, and I wanted to make a good future for myself, and QT was the place to do it.
And I just wanted to get like a good job and earn good money, so university seemed like the next step for that.
We foster teenagers to choose to do what they want to do with their lives, and to start asking themselves those questions of who am I really? Because it's those teenage years where you go through the whole process of working out your identity and who am I.